One of these people could be winning £10,000, but to do so, they must eliminate all the others in a fight for survival. It's Dog Eat Dog. Good evening and a very warm welcome to Dog Eat Dog, the show where survival counts and weakness costs. Tonight, 6 contestants will be competing over 5 rounds, each designed to weed out a loser. One will survive and will have the chance to win £10,000. Now, they have no idea what tonight's rounds involve, but to get an idea of each other's strengths and, more importantly, their weaknesses, we sent our contestants on a gruelling 24-hour assessment. And just for you at home, this is what happened. Think of it as getting to know the enemy. Danny Kendall, who's a service manager for BT. He's 23 years old and comes from Leeds. He breezed through all our physical tests, but there was no hiding his failings on the mental side. As the weakest, he's hoping he won't get a mental test later.
I think I've got a good chance. Equally, I think probably top 3. But it depends how the challenges fall. And it depends what tactics people play. If people think you're strong, the game could be that they could force you out.
Jenny Jones is a 33-year-old comedienne from Wolverhampton who has a one-liner for every situation. She had real trouble with our driving test, but as the joker in the group, she surprised everyone by scoring 100% in English.
If it was down to us all doing challenges together and working out a point system, I wouldn't stand a chance. But when it's this dog-eat-dog thing, well, anyone could win, couldn't they?
Justin Murray, 27 years old from West London, who works in sports marketing. Unlike Jenny, Justin excelled in our driving challenge. He was a natural leader on the assault course. His one failing was in our word skills test. But will anyone notice?
I think the key is to try and avoid being picked and avoid being nominated as well. So each time you're out and you just stay quiet in the background, and that's going to be the key.
Joanne Dixon is a 31-year-old prison officer from Blythe in Northumberland. She will probably be the only competitor who can give Justin a run for his money. She's the most logical with a Mensa score of 99%, and as a rallycross driver found the karting test no challenge at all.
The money's not all that important. I just want to win. I want to just prove it to me and everybody else that I'm the best. I've tried to be good all round and show no weaknesses.
Next up, Billy Attridge is a 29-year-old bank manager from Kings Lynn. He is without a doubt the one player the others have to look out for. Physically, he's as strong as anyone. Equal first in maths, English and Mensa make him a tough act to follow.
I think I'm a very, very confident person, and as such, I think I will win it. As I said, I'm not quite sussed out every single person, but I will, next couple of weeks or so, I'll be thinking about who these people are, what do they do, their strengths and weaknesses, and at the end of the day, it's dog eat dog. And if it comes out of competition, I'll fight for it.
And Leslie Russell, who's a 25-year-old teacher from Airdrie in Lanarkshire. Leslie's only hope for surviving is she may be forgotten as the rest worry about each other. Though she's a teacher, she was last in English, maths and Mensa. Her big asset is she's probably the most devious of the bunch.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't put myself in the top 2. I'd put myself number 3 or 4, but it just depends. I'm somebody that doesn't crack under pressure, and I think out of all the situations, I'm probably the top for keeping going and perseverance.
So, there are 6 of you now, but not for much longer, because one of you will soon be sitting over there on the loser's bench. In each round, I'll set you a test, and you must each select the opponent you think is most likely to fail. Whoever gets the most votes must take on that test. If they do fail, that's it. They've lost their chance of £10,000. However, if they succeed, they stay in the game and take their revenge by sending any of you who nominated them onto the loser's bench in their place. Round 1 tests logic. I wonder which of you will be our first victim. Here's how it works. On this screen, you'll see a live video image of your face. The image is broken up into 8 squares and 1 blank space, and then scrambled up. Your task is to reassemble it. You can move the squares by touching any piece next to the blank. And you have 2 minutes to recreate your own image. So, think back. Who was the least logical? Choose carefully, because remember, if the player you pick succeeds, they could be sending you to that loser's bench. It's time to choose the loser. And just for you at home, here's what happened when we put the contestants' logic to the test on their assessment day.
The weakest in that area would definitely have to be Justin. Yes, Mr. Arrogant.
Danny, I think from personal point of view, the biggest threat to me because he's sort of similar age. He's young, has a carefree attitude.
I suppose the most confident person's Danny, but he's not somebody I really fear. I'm not frightened of any of them.
If it goes well at the beginning, then I think I'd be okay. But if it was I don't know. I really don't know. I would be very nervous anyway. That would be my least favourite challenge to have to take part in.
If I think there's a dead cert person to be chose for a challenge, I won't pick them. I'll pick somebody else. So if they do complete the challenge, then they can't nominate me off.
Well, that's how they got on at the time. Let's see how they've voted tonight.
Leslie.
Danny.
Joe.
Danny.
Justin.
Danny.
3 votes for Danny. Leslie, can I ask you why you chose Danny?
I chose Danny because I think he'll complete the challenge.
And then you want him to vote you out?
No, I don't believe he will vote me out.
And who do you think he'll vote out then? Because he has a choice of 3, of course.
Well, Jenny because personality-wise, Jo because she's probably the strongest competitor and the biggest threat to everyone.
Joe, yes, you're beginning to pose rather a large threat even at such an early stage. Why did you pick Danny?
Danny is extremely strong on the physical events. He excelled really well, but during the Mensa tests and some of the maths and English tests we did, he was a bit weaker than the rest of us.
And Jenny, I have to say, not so much of the darling Dan if you wish him to fail in this.
Well, he is a darling. He's an absolute darling. He helped me lovely on the assault course and everything. And, well, because he fancies me, obviously.
So, Danny, you're about to take on the first task. How do you feel about that?
Confident.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
OK. Danny, come and join me. OK, Danny, so you're clear about the rules?
Yes.
So there's the image. Let's scramble it. You have 2 minutes to reassemble your face. Your fight for survival starts now. The most important thing during this test is not to lose your nerve. Danny's likely to get quite close very quickly, but one piece on the wrong side of his face and he'll have to start again. It's starting to appear. The other half of his chin is over on the left. It's better. He's only one piece away from completing it. He needs to get the bottom left to the top right, but also keep everything else where it is. And he's only halfway through. That's the top right he's looking for. He has 40 seconds to sort out the rest. 10 seconds left. Danny, it was agonising watching you there. Did you realise that halfway through, at one stage, you were only one square away from getting the whole image back?
It was on the spot, very difficult, and also, as you said, there's a lot of black squares, and under pressure, you can't actually sometimes see which one's the black one, but that's just the way it goes.
That's absolutely, and you're still smiling, which is fantastic to see, because sadly now, you've got to take a little walk to the loser's bench. You're out of the game. You've lost the chance of the £10,000. It was short but sweet. Let's hear it for Danny. One down and 5 left. And I have to say, 3 very relieved women here. I should imagine Jenny, Jo and Leslie. Jo, you must be delighted that he failed.
Absolutely delighted.
And an excellent choice by you too, Leslie. Bit of good thinking there.
Well, I reckon that was his worst, but if he did get kicked out, he'd chuck Jo out, so...
Pretty confident. Well, it's time to discover who'll be fighting for survival in round 2. This time, we're testing word power. On this screen is a ring of blank spaces and a selection of letters. A series of crossword-style clues will appear, and your task is to fill in the answers in the ring by touching the appropriate letters on the screen. The first letter is already filled in for you, and the final letter of each word will be the first letter of your next answer. If at any time you touch the wrong letter, it will go red. And freeze out all the others for 2 seconds. If you go 10 seconds without touching the screen, the next letter will be filled in as a clue. You must fill in 8 words to complete the ring, and you have 2 minutes to do it. From what you've learnt about your opponents, who's going to fail the word test? It's time to choose the loser. And just for you at home, here's what happened when word power came under the spotlight during the assessment.
The weakest person, I think, who performed yesterday in the word area would have to be Jenny. Constant displays of lack of attention, no focus, no interest, and we had to keep saying, "Can you play with the team, please?" And then when she did finally have to answer questions, she would be very assured that she had the right answer, and we would back it up, and then it would be wrong, which was really quite annoying, actually. So I'd have to pick Jenny.
Leslie. Because she's not as clever as she thinks she is, you know. All this teacher business, I don't think so. She's making it up.
I think my 2 strongest competitors, has got to be Justin, because I do think he's a very good all-round competitor, and I think Jo as well from the girls' side, because again I think she's very good on physical and definitely good on the words and the maths test.
Well, will they have changed their minds since then? Contestants, please reveal how you've voted.
Jo.
Jo.
Justin.
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 Well, it was a close one, Justin.
Yep.
Now, while you were away on your assessment, you did all take an English test, didn't you? And you all scored very high, except for one person amongst you, and that was Leslie. And it's very interesting that nobody voted for Leslie here, but of course you've got the majority of votes, Justin.
Yep.
Jo, tell me, why have you chosen Justin for this?
Justin's just got to go. When we did our word power test, both Billy, myself, and Jenny got 100%.
Well, you say you got 100%, but Justin actually got 98%.
Well, it's not 100, he still got some wrong.
Billy, can I ask you why you chose Justin?
It was a very tough word test. I remember doing it, and we were very, very close. And I know Justin got 98%.
And there were no thoughts of putting Leslie into the game at all?
As I said, it was very close. I didn't know whether to go with Leslie or whether to go with Justin. And I thought, no, I'll go with Justin. And
So at that stage, it became a little personal.
I wouldn't call it personal. I call it dog eat dog.
Well, it's time to get personal, Justin. Please come and join us. So, you understand the rules, and you know once again that if you win, you have the choice of Joe, Billy, or Leslie to sit on the loser's bench. I'll put you in position. And just to remind you of the rules, you have 8 words to complete in 2 minutes. Your fight for survival starts now. It wasn't as easy as it looked initially, was it? Tell us about it.
The third one, I think it was Entice or something like that.
And you were starting to get
Edgy.
stressed.
I think edgy, exactly what it was, yeah.
A little edgy,
And I thought, well,
maybe.
this is exactly what I am, so I thought I'll just wait. I was given very good instructions to wait for a letter to give me a clue.
And the great news is, you're not out of the game, you're back in the game because you completed this task. But what's even sweeter for you is if I turn you this way. There's 3 people sitting over there. Joe, Billy, and Leslie. Who will it be?
I think it's going to have to me and the girls. Billy's got to go.
Billy, come on down. Now, Billy,
Yes.
you're looking so fresh, a great deal of
Yes.
enthusiasm, and without having done anything, you're out. Are you regretting your choice of Justin now?
I wouldn't say regretting it. I'm obviously disappointed that I'm out. But it is dog eat dog. I said it myself. It's dog eat dog. If I was in the same position as him, I'd do the same thing.
You're on the way to the loser's bench. You're back in the game. Gentlemen, take your places. So there we have it. 2 down and 4 left. And what a picture you make. Justin, what's it like to be sitting with the enemy once again?
Yeah, all right. We'll see what happens this next round.
And Joe, how are you feeling?
I felt it was a dead cert I'll be going, but
Really?
obviously Justin's using tactics.
Pleasantly surprised, and maybe
Yeah.
you could return the favour at some stage.
Possibly.
And what about Leslie? Did you think that Justin was going to pick Billy, or were you
I
feeling a
really
bit...
felt that Justin would pick Joe because, as he said at the start, Joe must go, and then he didn't. So I was quite surprised by that.
And you just think nobody's ever going to pick you? Is the impression I'm getting.
Perhaps.
But who's going to be next to fall by the wayside? Round 3 is a test of your driving skills. This is how it works. This is an exact replica of the car which won the World Rally Championship in 1995. It's been fitted with a compressed air system to recreate the experience of actually driving it. The car responds precisely to your movements. Your task is to successfully complete the simulated rally course which will appear on the big screen. You have 2 minutes in which to do it. Now, on your assessment day, you all went karting. Think back. Who's most likely to fail the driving test? It's time to choose the loser.
The girls, Jenny and Leslie, were really quite atrocious at, awfully good at all. I do autocross at home, So I had a little bit of an advantage, but it's totally different on tarmac.
When I think of Jenny karting, I couldn't actually see her because she was so far behind, but I can imagine her almost looking in the mirror trying to fix her lipstick and driving in the completely wrong direction.
Jenny was bad just because I think she didn't want to go too fast, and she said I could have gone faster, but I didn't want to hurt myself and didn't want to injure anybody else, so that was fair enough.
So I thought, well, I've never done karting before, I'm going to go a bit easy here. So I did, and people were saying, oh, driving Miss Daisy, we're going a bit slow and all this, that and the other, but I mean, I think it's all there, ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, please reveal your votes.
Joe.
Joe.
Justin.
Jenny.
Joe, it looks like it's you. You do a bit of rallycross, don't you?
I do, yes.
So you fancy your chances at this, don't you?
Should be okay.
Leslie, why did you choose Jenny?
Jenny was the weakest at this activity by quite a lot.
Well, if only I could prove myself here tonight. Alas, it's Joe.
Justin, you decided on Joe.
Well, because I was hoping nobody else would vote for her.
Right. So a tactic there. Clever bit of thinking, but let's see how all this works out in practice. Joe, come and join me. Remember, you have 2 minutes to complete the course, so please get your helmet on and belt up. Now, Richard Burns, who drives this car in the World Rally Championship at the moment, would do this course in 1 minute. Joe has 2 minutes to do it. Joe, are you ready?
I am.
Your fight for survival starts now.
3, 2, 1, go.
Now, there are 2 ways of completing this course. There's the foot down, go like the clappers bound to crash route, or there's the steady speed, middle of the road route. The only worry with that one is if you spin off, you could be in time trouble. If Joe can keep an average speed of 40 miles an hour all the way around, she'll just get there. And she's not doing badly so far. Halfway. She's averaging 55 at the moment, so things are looking good. Just stay on the course, Joe. 1 minute gone, 1 minute to go. Half a mile left. At the bridge, a right-hand hairpin, then flat out to the finish. Indeed. How did it feel?
I wanted to go a lot faster. I felt as if I wanted to go a lot faster, but I thought I'd take my time and hopefully get round in one piece.
And I suspect this has woken you up again now,
It has indeed.
Well, listen, I bring you great news. You're back in the game. You're still in with a chance now. There's 2 rather nervous people sitting over there. One by the name of Jenny, and another by the name of Justin. Justin, who, incidentally, was doing a little bit of tactical voting, which I suspect he might be regretting now. Jenny, well, we're not quite sure what's going on in her head, but I would just like to ask you now to choose either Jenny or Justin to take their place on the loser's bench. Who will it be?
This isn't easy, and you'd be quite surprised, but I'm afraid it'll have to be Jenny.
Wow! Jenny, come and join us.
Well, 50-50, to be honest.
Well, obviously, with there being 2 of you.
Oh, sorry. I thought we both had an equal chance of staying or going. I thought she might have got rid of Justin because he's better at sums than I am.
You did say that we would be surprised by this vote, so
Yeah.
tell us, why did you choose Jenny? Because, in fact, I suspect Justin is posing a greater threat to you.
Justin is, but it's become a bit personal now. It's a personal vendetta between me and Justin, and personally, I would love to go head-to-head with Justin.
Well, maybe that's something we'll look forward to a little bit later on. You are in the game. You are going to the losers' bench. Ladies, take your places. Well, we're down to the final three. And, of course, you guys over there on the losers' bench, just been joined by Jenny. How does that feel?
You want to sit here, you find out.
Upsetting.
A bit of a surprise vote at the end there.
Definitely, definitely. I'm really rooting for Jo, and I think she's made a big mistake. However, perhaps Justin needs the 10 grand to improve his dress sense.
And who knows, Danny, we might be on for a very exciting end to this show, but there is 3 of you left. Who's going to be our next victim? Round 4 tests maths. This is straightforward mental arithmetic. I'll give you a starting number, say 15, and then we'll give you a sum to do. For example, multiply by 3. The answer to that sum, in this case 45, is now the starting point for the next sum. You have 15 sums to complete in 2 minutes. So think back to your assessment. Who's going to fail the maths test? It's time to choose the loser.
Leslie. I think she, well, she said to me she flustered over the first maths test on the triangles. So just because of that, I picked that up. Probably choose her.
I would choose Leslie. She was sitting quite close to me in the exam, and you could see she was obviously struggling or didn't understand the question. It's not to say she's not bright, but she had the most problem with the maths. And she made it quite clear that one of the first questions she simply didn't understand and couldn't answer either.
Out of the challenges, maths would be one which I would definitely want to be picked in. It's sometimes arithmetic is quite easy, but when it comes to like the square root of things, this is something I've not done for maybe 8 years since I was at school, and I had difficulty even remembering what the question was asking.
Well, that's what they thought then. Let's see how they've voted now.
Jo.
Justin.
Jo. I'm very, very surprised indeed. What's going on with your voting?
I don't want a head-to-head. I think it'd be easier if I play Leslie in the final, so I'm hoping that she's going to fail. Pressure.
And Jo, Justin, R.I.P. I see that.
I didn't think Justin would choose Leslie. I thought he would choose me. And I also thought that Leslie would choose me. I would rather do this than be voted out. And Leslie let slip before. One, during the maths test, she could have done a lot better in the maths test. I didn't believe for 1 minute that was her score. And she's been having maths tuition for the last week.
Is that true, Leslie?
Yes, it is.
Right.
But I told them that for a reason.
Did you?
You didn't tell me that.
And what reason was that?
Well, I knew that if I said that, then they would think I would win at the test, so they wouldn't vote for me. And I also knew that Justin would vote for Jo.
And in fact, Jo, the maths test is now down to you. Come and join me for your test. Well, Jo, I think the first thing I've got to point out is this is the second time you're being tested, which is very gruelling indeed. How are you feeling about a maths test?
Okay.
Remember, there are 15 sums to complete. Your starting number is 100, and the number that you're trying to reach is 100.
Okay.
You have 2 minutes, and your fight for survival starts now. Minus 92.
8.
Times 6.
56.
Incorrect. Times 6.
56.
Incorrect.
48.
Half of this.
24.
Times by 7.
143.
Incorrect. Times by 7.
168.
Add on 2,232. Add on 2,232.
2,400.
25% of this.
600.
Times 15. Times 15.
9,500.
Incorrect. Times 15.
9,000.
Divided by 1,000.
9.
Times by 12. Oh, Joe.
Never mind. I was maybe it wasn't a...
You were out of time, and there were some very difficult songs in there. You managed to pick up a bit of speed once in a while, but I'm afraid time got the better of you. Disappointed to see you leave.
Yeah. Never mind. I give it my best shot.
Absolutely. And I'm afraid you're not in with the chance of winning the £10,000. You did very well, and as you said, you did the best you could. Let's hear it for Joe. And then there were two, Justin and lovely Leslie. Lovely Leslie.
Yes.
You must be very proud to still be sitting here.
I feel very proud of what I've achieved, yeah.
And I'm with you all the way. I have to say, warm congratulations for getting this far. You haven't even had the chance to do a task. But now, of course, it's head-to-head against Justin. Justin, did you think you would get to this stage?
Nope. I don't think either of us did. No.
So we have two very delighted contestants.
Yeah, definitely.
This game is all about nerves. Here's how it works. Right, this game is called Stealth, and very simply, you have to walk from here to the far end and press the button on the spike. The bad news is, if you move too suddenly, an alarm will go off, and you must step back to the previous square. Thus. Now, the squares get more sensitive the closer you get to the end, and the sensors at the end will show you just how close you are to setting off the alarm. Now, this game has nothing to do with weight. The only thing that will set off the sensors is an uneven movement. Are you ready, Justin? And Leslie, your fight for survival starts now. Now, if there's any challenge where Leslie's dance training will be useful, it's here. Justin going slowly and steadily. Leslie's just keeping ahead, though. Oh, Justin was just catching her until then. They're almost level. Leslie could get caught out here. It's going to be very close. Oh, Justin! She's done it! I was very much doubting you were going to make that. You were going very, very quickly indeed. But a little bit of fancy footwork there, I would say. Was that a little bit of ballet you were doing there?
Dancing, training, certainly coming useful.
You must be absolutely delighted. Throughout the whole evening, you've sat in your seat and you've come through to do one task and she beats you. And you were taking it so steady, doing exactly what we said, moving very smoothly. It's a very, very difficult game, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
No chance of the £10,000.
No.
So how does that feel?
Disappointing, annoyed, but, you know, Leslie's a great girl, so I hope she gets it. I really do.
Well, you're in with a chance now of winning £10,000. Are you beginning to think about what you might do with the money?
It's just starting to dawn on me, the prospect that I might actually win the money, and I don't want to think I've got it yet, but if I got it, it'd be fantastic.
Well, you have some friends and possibly even some enemies waiting on the loser's
I'm
bench.
sure.
Let's hear it for Justin. Leslie, by some incredible twist of fate, you found yourself here at the very, very last stages of Dog Eat Dog. Did you think it would be you?
I think from the start, everyone was in with a good chance, but in terms of who's the best at everything on the 2 training days, it definitely wasn't me. However, I thought if there was a challenge, I would rise to it, and I did.
You certainly did. And let's just take a look if the others thought it would be you.
I don't think Leslie should win it because she's got a bad attitude. She winds me up.
Leslie was very weak on many of the activities. She just didn't seem to come across, whether it was like a lack of confidence or what it was, but she just didn't seem totally with it all the time.
I mean, I like Leslie, but she's very flirty. She's always with the boys, and she's one of these wannabe actresses. She's made it quite clear her aim is to be noticed rather than win the money.
I'm sure her mother loves her.
Well, Leslie, you are the winner, but it's not quite over yet. You're now playing for £10,000, but you could still walk away with nothing. I have here 5 general knowledge questions, each in a separate category. You don't have to answer them yourself. Instead, for each question, you must decide which of this lot is most likely to get it wrong. For each one they do get wrong, you score a point.
Right.
But for each one they get right, they score a point. The first to 3 points wins. If you win, the 10 grand's yours. But if they win, they take your 10 grand and share it amongst themselves. And each. And suddenly there's life on the loser's bench. Right. You can choose each of them only once, so you need to think very carefully indeed. Leslie, let's play for £10,000. The first category is sport. Leslie, who do you think is most likely to get a question on sport wrong?
Okay, I've got to go for one of the girls. As Jo is the most sporty of the 2, I'm going to go for Jenny in this category.
Jenny, please step forward.
Go on, Jenny. Good luck.
You ready, Jenny?
As I'll ever be.
For £10,000, here's the question. How many Olympic gold medals has Steve Redgrave won?
5.
Correct! So there we have it. 1 point to the losers. The next category is literature. Leslie, will you please choose one person?
Danny.
Danny, without hesitation, come down, please. Who wrote the best-selling novel Bridget Jones' Diary?
Sorry, I don't know.
The answer is Helen Fielding. 1 point to Leslie. The next category is science, Leslie. Billy. Billy, please step down.
Come on.
Which metallic element is represented by the symbol Mg?
Magnesium.
Correct! 2 points to the losers. If they get the next question right, they will deny you £10,000. Leslie, the next category is music.
It's a very, very vast topic. Music. Could be anything. I'm going to go for Justin.
Justin, please take your place. Which band had a hit, You'll Never Walk Alone, in 1963?
The Righteous Brothers.
The correct answer is Jerry and the Pacemakers. The score is now 2 each. And Leslie, the next category and the very last category is geography.
Just Joe?
There's only Joe left.
Okay.
Joe, come and take your place on the podium. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get more exciting than this on Dog Eat Dog. This really and truly is head-to-head. 2 points each. What is the capital of Switzerland?
Bern?
Correct! Dog. See you next time, and remember, every dog has its day. Good night.
Leslie to walked over the 10 grand. You know, nice girl, but it'd have been like Accrington Stanley winning the FA Cup.
I played a very good game. Nobody else could have done any better.
I deserved it.
It's better that they win 2,000 each than I lose 10,000 for the whole game.
It was a shame for Leslie, but Dog Eat Dog.
2 or 3 of the other contestants would have been very unhappy if Leslie had won.
I'm disappointed.
I was absolutely gutted that I got out by being knocked out, being voted off. I'd rather have actually done the challenge, failed the challenge. I would have been happy because it would be my fault.